What's up everybody? In today's video we're going to be talking about if you should buy the Evil Energy oil catch can. So I've had this catch can for about 6 months, but it only has like 500-600 miles on the catch can, but I just want to do a review and whether or not you should get this thing. Alright, so I got the package of Evil Energy with the can, fittings, and 10 feet of dash 10 hose. It's very affordable. It's only $100 and it just makes everything very simple. So I'm about to do an oil change. I'm gonna pull it out and see if we get any oil in there and see if it was doing what it was supposed to be doing. So my engine is built very loose. It's a very race-oriented engine. I have a very large ring gap and I have a lot of blow-by. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted a catch can instead of breather valves, because I did have breather valves for a little bit and the oil just went everywhere. With the catch can setup so far, I haven't had oil spatter anywhere. It very contained in the can. All right, so let's pop this thing out and see if it actually collected any oil, and then that'll be the real review. Alright, so here is the can with both of the mounting tabs, and actually we got a little oil in there, so that's pretty good for only 500 miles. We got some stuff in there. So let me pull off the top so you can see what it looks like. All it is just one Phillips head screw right here, and the breather filter on the top comes off. One of the things I remember that I didn't like about this thing, so you can see the two A-in fittings that are welded on. Well, they paint over the fittings and makes it a real pain in the butt to get your A-in fittings to screw onto there. So what you got to do is just crank them on and burn that paint up. You can see I burned some of that paint off by just screwing them on, but that is one of the things, and I've noticed a lot of people on the reviews have said that, but that's just a minor problem and you can get around it pretty easy. You can just take a wire brush or a wire wheel and buzz around them and then just crank on it with the actual fitting. But that is something to keep in mind. That is kind of a funky thing about this catch can. This is what the top looks like. You can see there's a little film of oil up there and part of the baffle. So, all right, let's drain it. Moment of truth to see if it actually did what it was supposed to do. Alright, so on the bottom of this thing, to drain it, they just give you a wing nut, and it works really well. It does make this thing quite a bit longer, but it works good. So all you do is tighten it up, but now we can just pop it off and see what comes out. Let's see if we got any particulate in here. I don't want to get it on my hand, though, if it does come out. Ooh. Nasty. Come on, get out. Alright, that looks like it. Alright, and here is the milky junk that was floating around in my crankcase. And look how the catch can caught all of it. And it's only been installed for like 400 or 500 miles. I mean, that caught a lot of junk, you know? And you can see the burn off, as you saw in that previous video, the burn off that comes off of it too. I mean, it's doing a pretty good job. I mean, that caught a lot of junk. I mean, that's pretty good. And look at that. That's nasty. So on the actual catching stuff part, this thing's a winner. That did really good. So there's way more expensive options out there, and it probably can catch a lot more junk, more efficient. They have a dual baffle. They have, you know, the bronze screen in there that catches particulate, and those are more efficient and they are better. But for how much money they cost, I don't know if it's worth it for me anyway. In my application, you can make that decision yourself. But you know, a Mishimoto catch can is like $200 to $300. This Evil Energy one cost me I think the catch can's like $40, and all the fittings and the hose and the line was like another $40. It comes out to, I think it's $90 at the time I shot this video, or that I bought it. I paid $90 for everything. And for a catch can setup that, as you saw, catches a bunch of nastiness, it's a pretty good deal. And for the size of it, it's bigger. So I'll get a tape measure and show you how big it is, but it does fit in the engine, my engine bay pretty well, and I'm sure if I can make it fit, you can make it fit too. Alright, so this thing measures about from end to the end is about a 10 1/4 inches. I'd say 10 1/2 just to be safe. I mean, 10 1/2 to be safe. So it's on the tall side. The actual can's about 3 1/2 inches, but from end to tab, we're looking at 5 inches. So it's, you know what, this is a pretty good sized catch can. One of the other things I did want to talk about is sometimes oil will come out of the filter if it's a really bad catch can, and none of this, there's no oil coming out of the filter. My engine bay is nice and clean. I'll show you where it was mounted. All right, so this is where the catch can is mounted, and as you can see, there is no oil, no particulate, no crap, you know, around it. So it didn't come out of the top, which is what I was having when I had breathers in my valve covers. As soon as I would hit any kind of power, it would just shoot oil everywhere, and you know what, that just wasn't fun for anybody. So my crankcase needed to be ventilated like all other cars, especially with boost, and the valve cover breathers just were not good enough. Oil was everywhere. This was a great solution. It keeps all the crap out of my engine. It does a better job than just breathers, and the crankcase is ventilated. And for the price, you cannot beat it. This is an amazing tool for your car, your supercharged, turbocharged, naturally aspirated, any kind of engine you're going to use it on. This is a great product for the price. It'll do its job. In my opinion, I don't see a reason of spending the money for a really expensive catch can besides having a name. In my opinion, this is a great product. I would recommend it to anybody looking for a cheap catch can. And yeah, the only weird thing about this is those AN fittings, like I said, that is kind of a pain in the butt. But for that price, what can you do? So that is my opinion on the Evil Energy dual port catch can. I'm going to leave a link to it in my bio if you want to purchase it. And thank you for watching. If you found value in this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see anything else that I do, just drop a comment and I will try to make a video about that. And again, thanks for watching. So I will catch you guys on the next video.